pull up some telecom stocks. Probably that will reflect what's the overall sentiment right now there. We saw BSNL, MTNL also taking a bigger pie of the internet market. That's interesting as far as the market news is concerned. But what is happening to the equipment manufacturers? Alcatel is stepping up a business here. President of Alcatel South Asia, Ravi Sharma, is with us in the studios right now. Ravi, pleasure having you here and talking about Alcatel. One reason why we should be talking to you is because of your recent tie-up with ITI, and ITI as a stock has performed extremely well. It would make one assume that the entire picture is extremely bullish. Am I correct?
I think you are extremely, you're on the right path. What is happening is that Alcatel has divided its business activities into three segments. One is manufacturing, R&D, and the rest of the operations. If you look at the manufacturing, India as per se was not doing extremely well, or rather not well for the manufacturing segment. But after the few policy decisions which the government of India has taken, this is the right time for manufacturing.
But why go through with ITI?
Alcatel has decided to make India as a manufacturing hub. With ITI we have a relationship which is 20 years old, and we decided to renew that relationship with more products. If you remember, 20 years back Alcatel transferred the technology for fixed line switches to ITI.
Right.
And now we have transferred the technology for mobile. And we are going to do for the ADSL.
When you say you're going to make it the manufacturing hub, you will not really try to go standalone basis. You will try to tie up with ITI given their existing presence and the relationship.
ITI is our partner in India now. We are married with ITI, and therefore what we are trying to do is to give them the best technology so that they can produce the equipment not only for India but for the rest of the market of Alcatel.
Give us a sense then. A lot of people would ask, I mean, in an era when private sector is doing so well in telecom, why go through the route where you have a state-owned kind of an attachment? We have seen them setting up a plant in UP. ITI has some legacy issues as well. What makes the picture look so bullish in terms of demand? See, there is pluses and minuses on both sides. If you put a greenfield project, it has its own part of problems. But if you look at ITI, where we are confident with them, we have a relationship which is 20 years old. They have been manufacturing good quality equipment for us. There is no reason for us to go with them. They have infrastructure ready, they have factories, they have the trained manpower. And training those people for other products is far more easier rather than going on our own. You recently sold off the mobile handset kind of business, but talking of the Indian market, what's the picture? Because a lot of people are getting a little skeptical about how much the Indian telecom market can grow.
See, today if you look at last 2-3 months of picture, India is growing more than 3 million subscribers per month. In our view, this is going to grow further, and we feel it will stabilize between 4 and 5 million, out of which 2/3, 1/3 will be ratio between GSM and CDMA. And now seeing that, there is a great market ahead.
Right. Overall market is looking good. What about your R&D plans? Alcatel stepping up on that as well?
Yeah, in last 2 years, we have more than tripled our manpower here. Now we have more than 1,000 people. They are divided into 2 areas, and now we have recently added the 3rd area. The 2 areas were the embedded software, the application software, and the 3rd thing which we have just started with CDOT, which is a 51-49 joint venture. That is for the research, a grassroots research for WiMAX technology.
Tell me about the money part of it, because you're also looking at venturing into railways, aviation and defense. Would it require extra investment which Alcatel would be happy to bring in?
See, we have different divisions of Alcatel worldwide, and we are doing this work at number of places. Our job is now to bring those competence into India and use the local resources after training them, not only for Indian market but also for international markets.
And the overall parent, the way it has been performing, and it had troubles to go with in the past, but right now getting out of it, those won't bother you at all?
I think for last 2 years we have taken a new leaf, and Alcatel in India has become the focus for whole of Alcatel today. We have grown in size, we have grown in market, and we have grown in activities. If you look at any country, I think there are not many countries apart from China where Alcatel is present in 3 segments. That means R&D,
right,
manufacturing, and the market.
Quick sense on the order book?
Well, we are one of the largest, if not the largest player in India today.
Right. Of course, Indian market coming to the rescue of Alcatel as well. Thanks so much for joining us, Ravi. It's a pleasure having you in the studio.